Well, we've had a blast with WWE 2K25 and the wish list predictions, all that good stuff. We got to put that on pause for this one, and I'm circling back to WWE 2K24 because the Game Awards just took place. If you didn't know, now you know. WWE 2K24 was nominated for Best Sports/Racing Game of the Year, and a lot of you guys didn't want to see it win that category. You were saying that you didn't want to see this game get too gassed up. You didn't want them to head in the wrong direction with a different impression, other than the community being upset with how the game has been. And I see your point, but when you compare it to the other games on that list, it was definitely capable of winning Sports Game of the Year. EA Sports FC 25 ended up taking the award, which was just as I predicted. Why? Because it's very popular. It's one of the biggest sports in the world, if not the biggest sport in the world. So it is what it is. It just lost out against a bigger brand that focuses more on a global scale. Now, not that WWE 2K24 isn't on a global scale, not that WWE's brand isn't on a global scale, but to the extent of how big soccer/football, depending on where you live and what you call it, that's just, hard to compare and to reach for. But here's the interesting point. A lot of people are saying, oh yeah, 2K had so many games nominated, didn't win anything, and I've seen the comments, whether it's been YouTube or Twitter, people are mocking the fact that WWE couldn't capture this award, and it's just hilarious to me, guys, because you're saying that the microtransactions and all the stuff that 2K does is ultimately what led for EA Sports to take this award, and it's just mind-boggling when EA is the king of microtransactions. So I feel like that point is not valid. That opinion right there just makes no sense to me. How can you call out 2K for their microtransaction and their grimy, sketchy, and shady business operations, but then praise EA or praise the fandom with EA FC 25? They are both cut from the same cloth. Let's just be honest here. Now, let's again focus on the games in that category. Is WWE better than NBA is what you have to ask yourself. Is it better than FC 25, F1, Top Spin? Is it better than the games it was going up against? Not is it the best wrestling game ever? Is it the best game of this year? Is it the best sports game? That's the conversation, and that's what we should be sticking to. But for whatever reason, people have this alternate agenda to make sure they stick it to them. And I know I didn't vote for it because I didn't want it to win. And come on, you didn't want it to win because of what? Some bugs, some glitches. I hear you. But what about all the positive things that this game does have to offer and all the things that they have done right? Are we really not going to give them any kind of credit for putting together a very solid game in 2K24? Am I that crazy to believe that this game was enjoyable? Work with me here, guys. Let me know in the comment section how you truly feel, because I feel like there's a disconnect between how we should handle this situation going forward. I'm not saying there's no room for improvement. I'm not saying that this game is, bad at times. All I'm saying is that when you compare it pound for pound to the other sports titles on that same exact list, you can argue that WWE had a very successful year in terms of game modes, options, availability, compatibility, and just enjoyability. See what I did there? But in all seriousness, look at this created character. In what game can you create a character that looks as authentic and realistic with all the other athletes or superstars in the game? This looks like Jeff Hardy got scanned, and it was a download from Community Creations for free. It almost feels like a mod. And I know that, again, people are raging and upset because of their watered down experiences from all the downloads and all the things that break the game. But these other sports titles on there have their fair share of issues too. Make no mistake about it. None of these games are perfect. They are far from that. So they were still put in that list, and they were still voted for by its fans. I feel like we were probably one of the only communities that truly turned their back on the game when we probably shouldn't have. If we want this game to be better, we got to voice our opinions better. We got to articulate our case better. We got to go into detail and describe things, not rage comment and fill the internet with hate. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I've definitely seen some joy from some of you guys in the comment section, but we are in the minority when it comes to sharing our thoughts because it gets drowned out by all the noise. Now, that doesn't mean that 2K25 can't get nominated next year. I think they could very well win this award real soon, and it's an honor that they were even considered for this award. So just getting nominated and being announced in that category is awesome to me, and I enjoyed watching it. I just wish they would have won the award, because I felt like their hard work through 22, 23, 24, and heading into 25 has been very consistently good in an upward trend. It's not like the game is falling off. Maybe for some of you it has, but not for everything that the game has to offer. Let's just be honest with ourselves, especially if you're playing it on next gen or even on PC. I feel like most of the bugs and issues are on PS4 and Xbox One, which is part of that last generation. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe this game flat out did deserve to lose. But again, I always like to bring these things up for conversation and discussion, especially when I don't agree. It's not that I'm mad at the community. It's not that I'm pissed off or that I'm raging, because I really am not. But I'm just questioning our thought process here as to how can we get back at the developers, and just don't spend money on my faction. That's how you get back at them. But we have so many people spending hundreds and thousands of dollars to acquire these cards that are going to expire in just a couple months. And that's where the problem lies. It's not whether this game was nominated or whether we voted for it or not. Let's get real with ourselves. Let's look at ourselves in the mirror as a fan. How can we improve the quality of the game? It's by talking with your pockets if they're not listening or reading your comments. This was just all for fun. This was all just to celebrate gaming in general. I would have liked to have seen WWE 2K24 win. So again, let me know how you really feel in the comment section as for this 2K series and where it's headed. I think it's very crucial that we talk about this some more, especially heading into 2K25 with all the information that's getting ready to come out and all the videos we've already started preparing for that. This is a conversation that's just never going to end. Do you think that ending the life of the 2K series in the previous generation, Xbox One, PS4, is that going to benefit the series going forward? Is that going to help 2K take that next step and remove more glitches than we've seen? I'll leave it up to you guys. Let me know down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you made it this far into the video, crush the likes. I'll see you real soon with some more wrestling. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out.
LexxExpress is calling, shaping every view. Subscribe and join the legend, let's see what you'll do.
Every comment's welcome, every like's a cheer. Your opinions light the way, there's nothing you should fear.
Share your thoughts and insights, let your voices grow. With Lexx by your side, the universe will glow.